Radio host gets to try his hand at Jeopardy.
Pat Woodard from KOA News Radio. You probably know his voice from the radio. He's here this morning to tell us about the experience. Welcome.
Glad to be here.
Good to have you.
Very neat.
Yeah.
You're a very smart man.
Well, I don't know about that. We'll find out tonight at 6 o'clock when Jeopardy airs how smart I am. I guess maybe the stupidest thing was to put my dignity in jeopardy by going on the show.
Well, but you've been watching this forever, like so many of us. I mean, you remember before Alex Trebek was even the host.
Art Fleming was the host when I was a kid going to grade school, and I remember I actually used to be sick from school, so I could stay home and lay on the couch and watch Art Fleming and Jeopardy. And of course, that was at the time when the dollar values were, you know, I'll take presidents for $10, you know, that sort of thing.
Wow.
A lot more now.
Well, we've heard all these urban myths about Jeopardy, so you got to clue us in. Okay. How do you prepare for it? Do they give you a bunch of stuff to read?
I don't think you can prepare in terms of cramming for knowledge.
Okay.
You have no idea what the topics are going to be.
Exactly. I mean, if you were going to say, I'm going to cram on Shakespeare, how are you going to start?
Right.
I mean, you could have 1,000 different questions.
To be or not to be.
On Shakespeare.
Really?
Exactly. I like that one.
So they don't just give you a bunch of, say, here are the topics, you have to read all this stuff?
No.
Because that's what I've heard.
No, they don't do that. They don't tell you anything.
Wow.
It's basically what your knowledge of the show is based on your watching of the show. And so what I did to prepare for the show really was just to play it. I would DVR it every night, and then I would go home from work and I would stand in front of the TV, not sit, but stand with a pen in my hand to practice clicking in.
Because sometimes I hear that's the hardest part is getting in first.
I can tell you that is definitely the hardest part. And it's not necessarily getting in first. It's getting in first when you're allowed to get in first. Because the way it works, you've got a big board in front of you with all of the clues. And on each side of the board, there's a bank of lights.
Right.
And it's when those lights flash, that tells you that you can click in.
You can't click before that.
If you click before then, you lock yourself out.
Oh my God.
All right, so you know you got to play it with us. So
okay.
We're going to play Jeopardy now. All right, so question one. Answer one. See, good thing I'm not on it. The answer is a restaurant chain took its name from a British band's fourth chart topper, this 1967 song.
Wow, I'm glad that one wasn't on the show because I have no idea.
I can hardly read it.
And it is?
What is it?
What is it?
Ruby Tuesday.
Oh, Ruby Tuesday.
All right.
Ruby Tuesday.
Are you ready for another one?
Okay.
I don't know if I am or not. I'm not doing very well so far.
In this 2013 musical based on a movie, it became the first show to gross $1 billion on Broadway.
Based on a movie, that would be based on a movie. 213 based on. Well, it's too early for Frozen.
Yep.
I've already run out of time. I've actually done this story in my money updates on KOA.
The Lion King.
The Lion King.
The Lion
there you
King.
go.
Yeah, one more
okay,
show.
Well, let's do it. Okay. The answer is the first hit feature film based on an SNL sketch was The Blues Brothers, and this was the second.
Blues Brothers.
Party time. Excellent.
Party time. Bill and that would be Wayne's World. What is Wayne's World?
Hey,
Yeah, there we go.
So you cheated a little.
Trebek doesn't give you clues, does he?
No, I know it. This is actually harder than it was on
Is it
Jeopardy.
easier at home or easier when you're there?
It's easier at home because you know you're going to click in, whereas when you're on the set, and that's the thing. Everybody you have to assume everybody else on the panel knows the answer.
They're all smart.
So if you're going to click in, you've got to have the timing down just right.
Wow. Well, this is exciting.
This
I can't wait to see
You know what was interesting was they tape 5 shows a day. The show that I taped was the last show of the day. So I sat in the studio audience and watched the rest of the shows, along with the other contestants who were waiting to go. And looking at them kind of through the corner of your eyes, everyone's doing this.
Wow.
Practicing clicking in.
Well, it's been a pleasure. We got to run. Thank you so much.
You bet. Thank
we
you.
appreciate it.
Awesome.
You can watch Pat tonight on Jeopardy right here on Fox 31 Denver at 6 o'clock. Make sure you check it out or DVR it and catch Pat's performance. See how he does. He can't tell us, Greg. It's a secret.
Well, yeah, I know. Why would we watch if he told us? Right, absolutely. 50 degrees, by the way, downtown right now. We've got 40.